Hello guys, how are you all doing? You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just meeting me for the very first time, my name is Chisom. You're welcome to this episode of Mrs. Lepa's series. Do you want to consider sticking around, consider subscribing and being part of this community? And to all my old and returning subscribers, you guys know how we do it, right? We're here back again to dish out this information as it is hot. Okay, thank you guys for being around. Thank you for your engagement. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your subscriptions. And thank you for all the likes and the shares. I see them all and I appreciate you guys, okay? So guys, in this video, I'm going to be revealing to you guys the reasons why you've been getting, unfortunately, in that job application. Sometimes it's not totally necessarily that you do not qualify or you do not meet up with the requirements set up for the job. It could just be simple mistakes, little things you don't do that you don't think is necessary, but they are very important. Okay, so do well to stick around. Do not be in a haste. Stick around, watch this video to the end so that you don't miss out on any information. Follow the steps I'm going to be revealing to you guys, and I promise you that you will see a positive change in whatever job application you've been putting in. Thank you guys for your feedbacks. A lot of people have gotten back to me to say positive things about job applications. I've told them to toss in the application. They did the first interview, waiting for the second interview. Some of them have already scaled through the second interview on their way to, landing that job and signing off their contracts. I really appreciate the fact that what we are doing here is actually having an impact in someone's life, in someone's journey. So guys, I have been telling you guys about job applications, especially people who are applying for these jobs from the overseas candidates who are applying from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Togo, from Kenya, from Liberia, from Zimbabwe, candidates who are applying from Africa, from the overseas generally, from India, wherever it is you are applying to this job from, and you are applying to jobs in the UK, you're applying to jobs in Canada, you're applying to jobs in Japan, you're applying to jobs in the US, wherever it is you're applying, as long as you're an overseas candidate. If you watch the sequence of my videos in my channel, you will understand that those are the people that I am very much interested in. Because people that are already in the country, in the UK, somehow they already understand how these things work. Okay, somehow they've already started understanding. I am not an expert, I am not a visa agent, I'm not an agent, I'm not a recruitment agent, but of everything I'm dishing out to you people here is based on my experience, because I have been in the system long enough to know how these things work. Okay, and we are putting it into practice and we can see it's working. When we see it's working, we encourage more people to do it and it works for them. Okay, so guys, very importantly, I have realized that when you're putting in job applications, like for most of us that are using websites like Indeed, like Total Jobs, like CV Library, like Jobman, and what have you, all these recruitment job boards, do you know that most of the time, the jobs you are applying for in these platforms could be that they are expired? Do you know job adverts get expired, and sometimes the recruiters don't go to kind of update their record, they don't go to update or to even delete the job, or something happened, they just leave it there. You throw in your application, it bounces back, unfortunately. You throw in your application, it bounces back, unfortunately. And you're thinking, what is it that I'm not doing right? I've done my CV the way I've been advised to do it. I have these experiences. Why am I getting, unfortunately, in my job applications? It could be that those jobs you're applying for are expired posts. They are expired advice. Sometimes when you look at the job, you will see visa sponsorship job available. You will run to go and apply. If you take your time to even look at the day this advert was posted, you might see something as far back as 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So you keep wondering, why am I getting unfortunately? It could be from the job advert. It might not be from you. As long as you know that in your CV, you have done these things I've been telling you here to do. You have done the right things. And little things you might think they are not important. They are important. For example, you are applying for a job in Canada, and the job says, in the job requirement, they say they need somebody who can speak English, fluent in English language, communication skills. And in your CV, you write your CV, after your CV is in English language, your, your cover letter is in English language. So after the recruiter should know that I can speak English. But there in your CV, it is not spelled out that you have English language, English speaking skills, fluent in English, communication skills, professional communication skills, fluent communication skills, just put it there. Let them know that yes, you have this. If the job says that they need somebody who is 5 inches tall or 6 inches tall, put it there for them that I am 6 inches tall. In fact, you people don't understand it when I'm saying give it to them back to back, just the way they spelled it out in the job advert. Spell it out like that in your CV. I keep on saying this because it's working. That is what's working. The employer cannot assume. You can't say, oh, because I'm a graduate. After all, I'm a graduate. So somebody that has BSc in economics, of course, you should know the person how to speak English. Put it there in your CV. Let them know. As little as that. Because like I told you, recruitment softwares are going to pull up these CVs based on the keynotes, based on the feeds they have put in there as their search or filter notes. Okay, they're not going to be looking at the CV one after. You might be qualified for a job, overqualified. So you put in your application, your CV will not be called up. Why? Because you did not capture those key notes. Every job has its own terminology. Every job has its own language. For example, if you're looking for a job in health and care, all you'll be hearing is compassionate, empathy, sensitivity, personal care. Make sure that in your CV, those things are everywhere in your CV. Everywhere in your CV. If you are applying for a job in the IT, you'll be hearing things like Cisco, Phantom, Tech Savvy. Make sure they are everywhere in your CV. Applying for a job as an accountant, you'll be hearing things like bookkeeper, technician, payroll, account reconciliation, and all that. Make sure that all of those things are just everywhere in your CV. Because those are the things the recruitment software will pull up. Nobody will be taking your CV to look at it one after the other. It is after your CV is actually pulled up, they will now be transferred to a desk, maybe a human, who will now go through it and invite you for an interview. Sometimes it could even be the recruitment software that will capture your CV, send you an interview invite automatically. Okay? So most of these, unfortunately, you are getting, they are generic messages. They are generic messages. No recruiter has actually seen your CV. It is generic. You applied to job, an expired job advert, and you got back a generic message which says unfortunately, and you are deterred, you are downcast, you feel like, oh, I've done everything. In fact, I'm tired of applying. Now, listen, I'm going to reveal to you this particular site where you can go and apply to your jobs, and you know where you're standing. You can be able to see up-to-date job adverts, able to communicate one-on-one with the recruiters. Okay, most of us don't use it. It's not something new. Most of us already know. Some of us, we still don't know. But when you come to the abroad, when you come to this part of the world, these things work. They are the things that work. It's not Instagram, it's not Facebook. I'm talking about LinkedIn. If you have been looking for a job from the overseas and you don't have a LinkedIn account, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Most of these recruiters are on LinkedIn. Most of these jobs you see in Job Bank, you see in Total Jobs, in Indeed, most of them have already first been advertised on LinkedIn. Most of these recruiters, they go to their LinkedIn profile, they advertise the job in their LinkedIn profile because it doesn't cost them anything to advertise for the job in their own profile. And when they get candidates who come directly to their website to apply, is cheaper for them. They're not paying any commission to Indeed or any commission to Total Job or any commission to whatever job board where you are applying from. So some of them will even prefer advertising it on their LinkedIn profile, sending you a link to go to their website where you apply directly. They prefer such candidates. They prefer working with such candidates than those ones that are coming from job boards. That is number one. Number two, they are up to date. Recruiters, these companies, they go to their LinkedIn page every morning, they update their feeds. This one is not like you are applying to a job that is obsolete. You are applying to a job that is current. You can chat directly with the employer if you have any doubts. You can say, oh, I saw this job in your advertising your company. I'm interested in applying for this job. I'm a healthcare assistant resident in Nigeria. I want to apply for this job. Will your company be able to give me visa sponsorship to come to the UK and work for you? The employer will see your message, direct message to the employers, whoever it is that advertise the position. You can get direct feedback from them without setting yourself up for a heartbreak. Before you even apply for the job, you already got a feedback. You already know if it's going to be a positive or negative response. If it's not going to be, the recruiter will might even tell you, send me your CV directly, let me see your CV. They might tell you, okay, go ahead and apply. The vacancy is still open. Or, sorry, we are no longer recruiting at this time. At least you have a direct link to the employer who advertised that job. Is it not better? So guys, if you know you are actively searching for a job, actively is the word. Please, of all the accounts you're going to open, whether you've opened on Indeed, Total Jobs, where or whatever it is, make sure that you go and open a LinkedIn profile. Open your LinkedIn profile if you know that you are looking for a job in the IT sector. Okay? Make sure that your LinkedIn profile captures jobs, projects, experiences in the IT sector, in that industry. Because when you're telling an employer, I'm interested in applying for this job in your company, the first thing the employer will even do is to check out your profile. What is your profile saying? Oh, from the profile, I could see that this guy is actually a top shot. Let me give him a chance. Send me your CV. Sometimes they might not even need to look at your CV. From your profile, they already see what they want to see about you. If you're looking for a job as a healthcare assistant, for example, and currently you're working as a banker, there is no reason why your profile should be showing experience in Community Bank, experience in Access Bank, experience in GT Bank. No. Go and put volunteering work you have done in the sector, in that sector. If you're in a country where you have healthcare as an industry and you know you're looking for healthcare opportunities in the UK, of course, what you'll be putting up in your LinkedIn profile is that thing you want them to see. It doesn't matter what you're doing. This one is behind camera shots. You don't have to come to your LinkedIn profile and you say you are looking for a job as a customer assistant, a customer service agent in the UK. Meanwhile, your LinkedIn profile is showing that you are working as perhaps a cook. You're working as a cook. You're a chef in Nigeria. How does it sync? So you have to put up in your LinkedIn profile, if you're working as a banker, for example, in Nigeria, and you're looking for customer service roles in the UK, of course, you can see the sequence, you can see the similarity. Someone who is working as a banker, maybe in the bank, you're in the customer department team, customer care rep in a bank, and besides bank job on its own, it's you interact with customers one-on-one. So yes, you have transferable skills from the banking sector that you can bring into this role. That one is okay. So what I'm trying to say exactly is, whatever it is you are looking for to land this job in, maybe you have interest in health and care. I'm saying health and care because everybody knows that that is the sector that is booming now. It's in the shortage of occupation list. A lot of people have used that pathway to migrate to the abroad. So that is why I keep on saying health and care. However, health and care is not the only pathway. It's not the only occupation that is in demand in the UK. Teachers are in high demand too. So if you're looking for a job as a teacher in the UK and you have it on your LinkedIn profile and you're sending a recruiter messages on LinkedIn that you're interested in this vacancy he posted in his page where they are looking for teachers to come to the UK and work, you want to find out if this job is going to give you visa sponsorship for you to come to the UK and work. There is no reason why in your LinkedIn profile you are showing experience as a banker, experience as an accountant, experience as an engineer. In your LinkedIn profile, that employer is going to check out your profile. Make sure that in your profile, when he goes there, he will see experiences on that in that field. If your company is in LinkedIn, for example, you're working in GT Bank, you go there and tag yourself as an employee of that company. Go to that company and say, this is what you're doing. Some of your colleagues can even kind of endorse you. Okay, if you say you're good in customer relationship, some of your colleagues can endorse you, showing that when recruiters come to your profile, they'll be seeing all that. They'll be seeing all your endorsements, all your abilities, all your experiences, and even the companies you're working with. They are sure that it is genuine, because you can't tag GT Bank that you're working in GT Bank when you're not actually working there. You can't do that. So they believe as much as you are skeptical when you're applying for this job, you're skeptical, let me not land in the hand of dubious people who might dupe me, who might promise me job when there is no job out there. You are being careful. They too are being careful. They don't want to recruit people who will say they are financial analysts. Meanwhile, they are not. If you say you are a financial analyst, you are applying for a job as a financial analyst in the UK, they want to come to your LinkedIn profile and see that you are a financial analyst working for Dangote group of companies. You have been working for this group of companies. Your colleagues has endorsed you in doing this or doing that. Those are the things that sell you. Do you understand? Those are the things that sell you. So guys, I'm encouraging you today. Go to LinkedIn Jobs, type the title of whatever role you're looking for. You're going to see a lot of adverts, a lot of companies who are recruiting. Go straight to the companies to apply. And if after your application, you've not heard from them for like 2 days, 3 days, or 1 week, go back to that advert, contact the recruiter directly. Send them a message. I applied for so opportunity. I just want to know, follow up, why I'm not getting a response. Could it be that it's no longer open? Or they will get back to you. Some of them are kind enough to get back to you to tell you, the position of things, or they will say, okay, send me your CV directly. I'll get a look at it and get back to you. Or they will tell you, unfortunately, at this time I'm no longer recruiting. Whatever the case is, it pays better to have one-on-one. There's a time when after applying for jobs, you have been applying for jobs, you just feel like, is there any way I can get these people's number? Let me even call them directly and know why I'm not getting these jobs. You at the time, you can get frustrated up to that extent. Like, you can, well, can't I just call them? I just need to speak to them directly. That feeling. So LinkedIn will give you that platform to be able to communicate, to be able to still reach out to the recruiters directly, and they will be kind enough to get back to you. And those ones that are not kind enough to get back to you, keep on hoping. At least you'll be seeing the job updates, even in their profile, even in their feeds. You'll be seeing job updates. You can follow them directly. Okay, whenever there's a new position available, they will post it in their feed. You will be among the very first to know. LinkedIn will even show you how many people that have applied for this job. Okay, so guys, please try this out. If you have been doing something a particular way for a very long time and you're getting the same result, if you want something to change, try it another way and see if that way will work out for you. Okay, I hope this video is very informative. I hope it's very helpful. I hope it's going to help someone out there. Go now and create that LinkedIn profile and start that application. Once again, do not give up. Keep up that positive attitude. Don't forget, be positive. Whatever you do, that is the fuel, the energy that fuels your passion, that positivity. Okay, so if you have watched this video to this extent, you have actually watched the end of this video, and you're not giving this video a like. Why? You don't want other people to see it? Please give this video a like. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, that is the only way you can support me. That is the only way you encourage me to keep doing this. Okay, thank you guys, and until my next video, you take care of yourself and be good, be positive. All right, okay guys, bye bye.